dunk by Favors.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Outside Curry. 6 on the shot clock. He kicks to Iguodala. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for the Warriors. And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Varejau's checked in for Festus Ezeli. Spates comes in for Green. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Curry. And the Jazz call time here.
Oracle Arena, let's keep it going for your Warriors girls.
There's 47 seconds left in the third. Here's Hood. He's got 19. Burks dishes to Hood. It's tipped. Barbosa kicks to Thompson. Back to Barbosa. And stolen by Favors. Here's Hayward. Flushes it down to finish the break. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Sure has been. I mean, guys, momentum is hard to come by in this one. I mean, it seems like one team gets the lead, and then the other one storms right back.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
The Jazz with the timeout.
Utah calls timeout.
Oracle Arena, let's keep it going for your Warriors girls. Oracle Arena, your Warriors girls.
So it's the Jazz now. Here's Gobert. Powered down with both hands.
And not known as a rim rattler. I mean, he's usually kind of rooted to the floor, not elevating to the rim.
Well, Greg, with his length, he doesn't have... We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Utah out in front. They lead by 3. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Maurice Spade's out there with Bogut. Then there's Barbosa. Then there's Livingston. And it's Thompson in at the small forward. That's the Warriors 5. Warriors trailed by 3. And stolen by Favors. Hood, the pass to Burks. To the middle. It's tipped. It's stolen by Green. And there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Green. Green's got 3 assists now in this one. Hood dishes to Burks. And there's the feed to Hood. Utah the rebound.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Over in the corner, Livingston drains it from beyond the arc. And the Warriors lead by 2.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
In the corner, it's Hayward. Feeds it to Hood. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hood's got the game tied up here for Utah.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Jazz passing it around. Burks' shot is good. And now a 3-point Jazz lead. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Jazz.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And I also love what they've done defensively in terms of closing out to the shooters, getting a hand up, just making them feel a little uncomfortable on the offensive end.
Timeout called the Warriors. Without question, Rodney Hood displaying his skills today.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his points.
Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. He told his team to keep looking for 3-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Iguodala comes in for Leandro Barbosa. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. On the wing, Thompson. Iguodala. And Thompson kicks to Green. Iguodala draws the double. 5 on the clock. Back to Green. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala.
And this has really been a well-played game up to this point. And you know what? I bet it stays that way until the end.
I certainly hope so. I mean, it's been a terrific contest, and there's nothing like a pair of teams just balling out the way they have been.
Hood, the pass to Gobert. The dish to Hood. But they'll get another chance. It's deflected. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Burks kicks to Hood. Gobert, the screen. Hood dishes to Gobert. Moves back up. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Utah calls timeout. They're up by 3. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Making a change here. Livingston's checked in. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. And the pass to Thompson. Fires from deep. Utah with the rebound.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Hood, the pass to Burks. Kicks to Hood. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Andre Iguodala. Warriors trail by 3. Curry with it. Now defended by Gobert. In the corner, Iguodala with it. And stolen by Favors. Here's Burks. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Burks has got 5 points in the quarter. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's Curry with the 3.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
And so they foul intentionally. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
Buries it. And now they trail by just 4.
Big time bucket there. And you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Hood kicks to Burks. And so they choose to intentionally foul. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. Lyles checked in for Gobert. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth. Curry from deep. No good. The Jazz go the other way with it. Hood dishes to Hayward. Pass to Burks. A good finish at the rack off the... Quick feed. And the Jazz lead by 8.
Well, it's gone back and forth for a while here, but they're really starting to push out. They're looking good right now.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're behind by 8. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Hayward. And now it's Burks running.
That athletic.
Yeah.
Assist goes to.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have